welcome back to the shed. Welcome to the next episode. It's freezing cold here, so you can probably see my breath. I think it's about -4 degrees outside. So I'm hoping to, again, not do a huge amount of talking and just get as much work done as I can here. We have a box here beside me, which I'm very excited about. This box has came from our very first channel sponsor. It's a huge package that I'm delighted to have received, and I'm going to show you what's inside this in a small while. What I'm hoping to try and get done tonight is I have the steering rack of the car here on the ground that was taken out. It must be nearly 2 years ago now, and cleaned up and painted, and all of the aluminium parts was vapor blasted, and the inner and outer tie rod ends put onto it. So we're going to try and get that back onto the car. Just before I picked up the camera, I finished the bit of plumbing up on the inside of the car for the fuel tank and for the fuel pumps and that. And I have a lot of the stuff in the firewall actually put back in place, so the fuel filter, some of the brake lines, and I was missing one brake line, so all of the original brake lines had been repainted. They were all painted black, and this one was missing, so that's unpainted, so I'm going to get that painted tonight just with a rattle pen. And what else am I hoping to do? I turn on this front bumper. It's the first time having the bumper in the car. The bumper was wrecked, it needs to be repainted, and there's a big kind of crack in the middle of it that has to get fixed up as well, but it's just nice to look at it, something to get an idea of the kind of overall shape, what the car is going to be. That's kind of it. I'll be probably just bouncing in and out between a couple of odd jobs here and there. I'm hoping to actually get the engine into the car really soon. So maybe tonight, if time is forgiven to me, I'll start putting back in some of the wiring back into the engine bay. I'll run the bay harness, and I might even throw in the engine harness itself. Yeah, that's everything. So I'll get cracking in this steering rack, and then we'll come back in a while and have a look at what's in this box. Okay, so at the start of this video I mentioned I got this package and that it's a new channel sponsor. So Dave Casey inside in Limerick Brakes in Limerick City watched my last video and he contacted me straight away and said that he had a package for me that probably helped me out with some parts that I was missing. So we got this box. He didn't say what he was going to put into it, but it's a big enough size box, so I have opened it already, but I'm going to open it again just with G and you can see for yourselves what it is that Dave at Limerick Brakes is after sending me out. So I'll just set up the camera here. Amazing. 2 brake line adapters. So in the last video I mentioned that the braided hoses that I had needed these adapters. Dave got onto me. I'm taking the piss obviously. He didn't send them out in the box this big. But thank you, Dave. Really appreciate that. So yeah, Dave got onto me like the next day after the video went out and said that he had them and he'd send them out to me. And I've gotten a lot of parts over the last while off Dave inside Limerick Brakes and the other guys inside there, and there's all sound out, prices are always spot on, they'll always have everything you need inside there. So I'll leave a link to Limerick Brakes in the description box below, and again, thank you Dave, I appreciate it. I'm not 100% sure of the routing of the brake lines or what way they're supposed to go. The original lines I believe came down through this bracket and then came up, but these don't seem like they're really long enough. But I'm just going to leave them loose for now. When I get the calipers rebuilt and get them back on and see where these needs to go, I'll find them there. I'll put them in their home then, or else if I have to make up something to hold it in place or whatever. But yeah, they work a treat. Thank you, Dave. stop looking at how cool that thing looks, even though it's completely thrown together. This is my first time seeing the car with kind of a rough face on it. And I'm excited for it. It makes me very excited. I think it looks really cool. The grille and the lights, or the light is only just left rested on top of it. It's not actually fixed into place or anything, but I still think it's pretty cool. Finished up in the shed for tonight. Got a nice few bits done, got the steering rack in, got all the plumbing in the engine bay done, got the firewall. Firewall is now like 99% complete. There's a couple of sensors to go back on the back of it. All of the brake lines are in. I have to put in the hard lines for the clutch from the master down to the slave, but that'll be, I can do that when the engine is in the car. Yeah, a lot of small things. I got the gearbox mount put on it and two little braces going into the either side. The gearbox mount I put on it is actually a GT mount and slightly different to the standard mount, whereas the standard mount just has its own body. The GT one branches out and ties into the other two little braces. All the bolt patterns and everything are the same. It's incredible how much stuff can just be bolted on, like directly onto this. All of the tread holes are the same, all of the holes in the chassis and everything, they're all the same. Same with the axle, like this is a standard Irish car that came with the 2E engine, and everything that has come off, even a Glenza and a GT, just bolts directly up onto it, which is class. On Toyota's part, it's really cool to see that. Yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy with how tonight went. I pulled out some of the wire loom to go putting it in the engine bay loom, and it just needs to be cleaned up. It's kind of dirty looking, so I left it. I have the engine loom all cleaned up, and I have all the plastics. I have a coat and put on all the plastics to make it nice and clean and new look, and that looks good. But I pulled that out and I took a couple of pictures, because there is one connector that's different on the engine loom that I have versus where it plugs into the car here. Everything else is perfect. So I might need to get a jumper harness or something made up for that. And there was no reason for me to have the front of this car on. It's all going to have to come back off anyway, but I just wanted to look at it. I just wanted to see how it looked. Yeah, I'm kind of, I suppose I'm after adapting like the Neil Sheehan approach to this, where when the car is running and when the interior and everything in, it's going to look like this for a good while. I plan on possibly next painting the interior. So just painting the kind of, taking away all of that burgundy colour and putting it black and fitting the GT interior then, and as well as getting the engine and all that. I have a small few bits to do. I need to get bolts for the front brake calipers to actually bolt up to the hub. I don't seem to have them. Well, they're probably there somewhere, but I don't know. I'd see Toyota do them and just get new ones and small stupid bits like that. But it's really going to start coming together now. The next couple of videos is really going to be major stuff going on to the car. I got the braided brake lines all finished up as well, just left kind of loose, or left hanging really until or before we get the calipers put onto it. So again, thank you to David Casey. Thanks to Limerick Brakes for that fantastic care package to get that one finished off. I know I was kind of taking the piss, but I really appreciate it. It was fair sound to send them out. Yeah, so I have a small few bits coming. I got a braided line, fuel line from Flows. Now it's actually a fuel line for 20 valve, but say a 20 valve, it's a conversion kit for the AE86s, and I brought over my own fuel line and banjo bolts and that to mate mine with an 8.6, and they bolted directly into the 8.6 fuel filter. So same size banjo bolt, which means that the line should be the same size as well. So that should come tomorrow or that, and I might start fooling around with that whenever that comes. But yeah, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with where this is after going so far, and I can't stop looking at it even on the screen. I just can't stop turning around and looking at it, because it's finally starting to look like the way I wanted it. I don't want it to look, it's going to look a million times better than this, but just to get an idea as to how it's actually going to look. The GT front is far more pushed out when compared to the older grill. It's kind of it's out more aggressive look. But yeah, it's cool. It's really cool. Yeah. I'm not sure when the next day I'm going to get to the shed is. I don't know when the next video is going up. I'm actually getting married this weekend. I get married on Saturday. So I'm very lucky to have even gotten here tonight with all the kind of preparing for it. But yeah, I'm buzzing. I'm absolutely buzzing with the couple of bits I got done tonight. It's all the small kind of tedious stuff that takes the longest. But hopefully now the big thing now is get the engine in and start fooling around with the wiring and that as well. But yeah, that's me for tonight. I can't stop looking at the car. A lot of people are probably looking at it thinking it looks like a piece of shit, but I think it looks really cool. So yeah, thanks a million. Thanks for watching. The channel is very nearly at 100 subscribers, which is amazing to me. Again, it mightn't seem like a huge amount to other people, but to me that's a lot of people. The channel has been getting nice comments and everyone's been kind of well wishing and all that. So yeah, it's been going really cool, and hopefully I'll be able to bring you along for more of the journey. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one.